Oh my God. I am so sorry, Ty Squad. I did not set the time back. Oh my God. Is anybody here? Did they wait? Oh my God. I forgot to set the time to 9:30. Ty Squad, I love y'all so much. But most people know, I think they would know just to come back or, oh wow, okay, okay. Oh my God. I hate to make people wait. I'm sorry, everybody. I forgot to reset the time to 9:35. Okay, it's all right. I'm glad that y'all waited. And you can always, go back and come back and see, what's going on. Okay, all right. Let me know in the chat if you forgive me. Let me know if you forgive me in the chat. We're about to begin. We got a lot to talk about. It's Friday night. So let's have some fun and we will begin right after our intro song. Yeah, can we get something hot? Let's get something hot right now. Yeah.
Thing to do my thing, it's what I did the best. I copped that crib and bought 2 chains and then I hid the rest. And it's okay to do your thing, but just don't do the most. I put my friends in that old Benz and took that to the coast. It ain't no thing to do my thing, it's what I do the best. I fill my mattress, pay my taxes, then I blew the rest. And it's okay to do your thing, but just don't do the least. I quit my boss and cooked that sauce and fed that to the streets. Sliding in me like a wet flow, already fried from the get-go. Alligators look like gecko, everything I do they echo. Big facts, my bank on big man, my drip too wet, that spit can. Yo bitch swap me like Q-tips, hold that shit there like dip can. No rehearse, need no reverb, hold your lip, don't say 3 words. Quick trip to get that lick, broad tree fur if you prefer. Quick ride, no time, I'm in there. She clockwise, real good skincare. No TikTok for that caca, they know that love don't live there. I can't roll dice on your plan, Red Rover, I don't hold hands. Get fortune from my foresight, investment brought me 4 bands. Don't roll rage, I get roll head. We'll wheel all by your forehead. Them city John be like he lit, them country girls be like go ahead. If I ain't that man, then I gotta be more than human. How you mean? Funny.
All right. All right. Thank y'all so much. Again, thank you for being patient. Thank those that stuck around and wanted to see what the end was going to be. I appreciate you. And oh, yeah, it's a little bit. I'm going to have to figure this out because it's a little bit too much for me. I don't go that low. I should have put something up under it, right? That's a little too low for the arch, but it's okay. So yeah, okay, so we're live. Can y'all do me a big favor collectively? Everybody hit the like button, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. We're almost at 200 right now. Thank God for that. But we need you to really, because I just sent out a gang of notifications. I can't keep sending them out. So right now we're going to have to really depend on you guys getting the word out, okay? That's what we're going to have to depend on. It is cold. It's cold, baby. So I got to turn the heat back on. Okay. Atlanta, honey, this is a different kind of cold. This ain't LA cold, I promise you. Okay, so we got to go over here. Yes, we're here. We got another situation, another commentary to do. Um, okay. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay. Um, I just want to. We get two. We got 200. We're already at 200. Thank y'all so much. Sex appeal boost cash apps. Oh, okay. Well, let me sit back a little bit. I'm gonna bring it up a little bit. Okay. Yeah. In the words of Kim Sims, my pleasure. Cole gave me a whole attitude today, baby. Listen, this is not. I don't even wear gloves, but I had to break out some gloves today, y'all. I ain't got no jewelry on. I don't. I think the neckline is too plungy for jewelry. Should we do silver or should we do? Should we do silver or should we do 14 karat gold? Mm, okay, it's okay. I don't know if the neckline is too plungy for okay. Hey everybody, we need 8 more likes and then we can get started. We need 8 more likes. Thank y'all so much. Can somebody say the number 8? We need 8 more likes and we can get started. Let me know when we get to 100 Mel C. Thank you so much, my beautiful mod Mel C. Uh-huh. Y'all let me know when we get to 100 likes. That's all we need and we can get started. We're only 6 minutes in, so we're doing pretty good. Thank y'all for your patience. I appreciate it. Continue to hit the like button. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. You are appreciated. We got 104. Thank you so much. That's all we needed. Uh-huh. Okay. All right, let's rock and roll. And thank everybody that watched and supported the Prophet Lowly video earlier. Those conversations are needed sometimes. Sometimes people think they have you up against the rope and they want to just, really take you out. But it's good to show this, somebody is supporting you and people are in your corner, right? It's not all, one side. There's some people out here that are willing to help you out and stand with you throughout this. Yeah. Okay, so y'all, we're back on it. There's been a couple of developments in the Miami Gate. Armand Wiggins and the blogger Donat. He went live, I think, earlier today, making some threats against everybody. Child, making some threats against everybody, and ain't nobody gonna use him for content. And boy, listen, sir, Apostle, thank you, I McDonald, for 777. Boy, if you don't knock it off, get your own content, and I'm not coming up on nobody's channel. And okay, Denat. All right, baby. Thank you for coming. All right. Boy, bye. Okay, so child, okay, I'm not trying to be shady, but it may sound shady, but you have to really just address some stuff. It may sound shady, but I don't know Armand to be shady towards I don't know Armand. I really don't. So I'm not trying to be shady, but I'm an Aquarius. Some stuff just comes across as shady, but I'm just telling the truth. That's why a lot of these people are against me right now on YouTube. My truth just feels different. Everybody in the chat saying, boy, bye. You're like, boy, bye. Anyways, and so Armand, as everybody know, left up out of Miami. The malograms, Megan Thee Stallion trial was going on, and he jumped up out of Miami, hopped on the first flight. I'm not gonna do what some of the bloggers are saying. He was on Southwest, he was on Frontier. I don't know what airline the boy was on. I don't know. All I know is Armand got the hell up out of Miami, right? And continue to share, everybody. Continue to share, continue to invite. And so if we hit 400 on this video, that means my audience is really engaged. They really are. Because hitting these numbers back to back means I have a really engaged audience and you appreciate my content. That's what that means. Thank you. But I don't know. We're struggling. We're almost, at the 300 mark. Keep going, y'all. Keep going. That's a shame he couldn't stay. Well, a lot of bloggers have left. I think my sister, she left. Pam left. Some may return back by Monday. It just depends on what they feel like doing, because we will have a decision on Monday. Some are staying and waiting until Monday. But some people wanted to get home. Some people wanted to go home. A lot of people thought that maybe it would be wrapped up by Wednesday, where they could, but that was impossible. That wasn't going to happen anyway. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. Hold on one second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Hold on 1 second, Tesco. I got to respond to somebody really quickly. Okay. So just a reminder to let Ty tell the news, and yeah, please always do that. Okay. So at the end of the day, Ty Squad, new followers and friends. Yeah, it's like everybody talking about he got up out of there, he left, he was leaving on Southwest. It don't matter what airline the boy was on. It really don't matter what airline he was on. All that matters is that he left up out of there. He got the hell up out of Miami. He, then he got on the flight, and then he started to once he got on the flight, he started to become very, very, what's the word? Triggered. Something happened where he just really, really, something really, really, really triggered him. We don't know exactly what it is. We don't know what the hell happened, but he was really, really triggered. And so he was on the plane and just really, really going crazy, right? And tweeting and tweeting and tweeting some more. And everybody was like, well, what is going on with Armand on this plane? Like, he just kept like, I feel like somebody after me. I feel like he gonna do something to me. I feel like it's gonna be some tea. I feel like it's gonna be that. I feel like it's gonna be this. And so everybody was like, okay, I mean, what the hell is going on? Right. But what I think the problem is, Ty Squad, I think the problem is that judge asked, was anybody threatened in the courtroom? Was there anybody threatened in the courtroom? And then he had an opportunity at that time. Armand had an opportunity to get up and say something, right? He had an opportunity to get up and say something, and he did not. And so because he did not get up and say anything, I don't know, this tag is wearing me out, y'all. Hold on. I'm trying to, it's one of them tags. Okay. Gee whiz. Okay. I don't know what's going on with this tag. Okay, there we go. What was I saying? Because he had an opportunity to address, some things right there on the spot. He did not address them. People didn't understand why you would leave from the courthouse and then get on the airplane and then spaz out on the airplane. It literally made it made no sense. People were like, okay, that was odd. Okay. So then what we have is recently, as of the last couple of days, now he is talking about some legal action. And it's kind of like some people are saying one thing, but some people are saying another, right? He didn't want to admit he didn't want to admit he was being bullied. Okay. Well, baby, listen. I'm gonna get to some things. All right. Chanel. Okay, he didn't want to admit that he was being bullied. I think we're overusing bully. I think we're overusing bully, Chanel. Bully is really, really being overused on YouTube right now. It really is. They call me a bully. All I do is come on here and speak my mind and say what I have to say. He was probably embarrassed. And so he didn't want to draw attention to himself over there in the courtroom. Uh-huh. Okay. All right, y'all. Okay. Pray, stay with me. Stay with me. Tyesse Report, new followers and friends. And so he's been threatening legal action on that psychopath for years. Everybody's running around here threatening people. They're threatening me all the time. I be getting a cease and desist and legal threats. I'm used to it now. I'm used to it. We'll address it. If something ever comes to my mailbox, we'll address it at that time. Until then, Tasha K says she get two or three per day. That's what she says. Tasha K said she did 3 or 4 of them per day. I'll address it when it comes my way. There's nothing I can do about it. Okay. Am I doing pretty good, y'all? Y'all stay with me. Just let me know, what's going on. Am I doing pretty good? Don't believe that. You don't believe what? Azernet man. What you don't believe? Talk to me, sweetheart. What you don't believe? Talk to me. What you don't believe? He's scary. Okay, we can talk about the fact that a lot of y'all feel like Armand, does a lot of whoop tickets and he's scary, and but that boy is kind of like really like Dana is kind of like something. I'm a hood bitch, so I'm not. Nobody scares me, but I can see how somebody, if you not a hood nigga, if you not a hood person, I can see how that boy can be scary to you. Then I don't make my nose hair stand up, right? Okay, so now Armand is talking about basically, legal action. I think he is talking about. He said he's looking for a lawyer. Now, see, we're talking about a protection. Some of y'all are thinking he's talking about a restraining order. If he's talking about a restraining order, you don't need a lawyer for a restraining order. You can just go down to the courthouse with a police report or incident report and ask, for a restraining or a protective order. I think he may be talking about suing this young man. Well, why would you need a lawyer for a restraining order? But what he said in a recent post, okay, now I'm kind of like, hold on. He's saying that he needs a lawyer. Can y'all help me find a lawyer that's not going to break the bank? That's not going to, that's not going to, take a lot of money. Okay, I was just telling EJ and them, y'all can't be getting these lawyers off of Wayfair. I was just saying that to EJ and them people over there. No, because if you get a restraining order, he won't be able to go on some social things. I'm gonna get to that, y'all. A lot of y'all are really ahead of me. I need y'all to just slow down a little bit. I'm almost there. Just hold down just a little bit. Okay, I'm almost there. Y'all can't be going on Temu with these lawyers, y'all. Y'all can't. You got to go and get you a reputable attorney. He said he's looking for a lawyer that's not gonna break the bank. Basically. Well, what kind of lawyer are you looking for, Armand? I hope you had we all had a great Thanksgiving. Online, but broke. I'm going to get to that. I wish y'all would just let me get to where I need to go. I'm a cook, y'all. I'm a cook. Just give me time to cook. I'm gonna try to bring this thing down a little bit. Hold on. I'm gonna try to bring a timer down, but I be seeing this element come up in here, and I be trying to block that element from coming up in here too deep. Hold on 1 second. I be seeing an element come up in here, y'all, but I be trying to block that element. So I may open the gate up just a little bit, y'all. I may open up the gate just a little bit, just to be fair to some people. They may want to chime in. But I be seeing an element come up in here sometime. Okay, let me see. I'll put the gate on. I'll put it on. Uh-huh. Okay. I'll do 30 minutes. Okay, I'll do 30 minutes. Okay. All right. So Armand is basically looking for a lawyer. For whatever reason, he needs a lawyer. We don't know what the reason he wants this lawyer. Nobody knows. We don't know anything right now. All right. And so we don't know. We don't know if he want to get a restraining order, if he just want a lawyer on retainer, if he's trying to sue somebody, I don't know. Yeah, y'all, all my snipers get in place because I open that gate a little bit more. I open it up for a few people extra. Okay. Please get on the roof, get on your positions, please. Thank you so much. Okay, then Tasha K, okay, here she comes. Girl, Tasha, did nobody even send for you? Nobody sent for you, Tasha. Nobody sent for you, girl. But here she comes. Okay. Um, um, where is the part where people can come on social media and be themselves? I think a lot of times content creators have to basically have an alter ego or a persona sometimes. And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad, right? She called him Armand Ski Wiggins and why didn't you have security? So she did a couple of shady shots at him, so and whatnot. And I read the comments over there. I read, child. Let me go back over here, y'all. Ooh, the people are vicious. The people are vicious. Ooh, they are vicious. Let me see if I can pull this one. Baby, listen. I wanted to he delete it. Hold on. Did he delete that? Because he may have deleted it. I think he deleted a comment where he said, I'm looking for okay, here goes. I need a lawyer in California. I'm taking referrals, probably someone who isn't going to cross an arm and a leg. That's what Armand said. Okay, he said that on the 26th. Okay. Somebody named Cardi Carey said, you're pathetic at this point. How are you going to start playing a victim when you are the one out there always gaslighting, taunting, and bullying others for no reason? No one tunes into you unless they want to hear some drama. And all seriousness, no one comes to you for news. Some lady named Pretty Gal something, she says, Armand, legal advocate here. It's best to get a restraining order against him since the issue is harassment and stalking. And I think you have enough evidence to prove this. I'm so sorry you're going through this. It sounds scary. Can I be honest with y'all? With Armand, I wonder, is this really content? Is this some sort of content? How many people in the chat think, hey Reese, how many people think Armand is really scared? I be wondering, is this really for some sort of content? Because they all have that Ray J Zeus network energy. They all have that Zeus network, energy. 50-50. How many people think he's scared? Continue to share the video. Share this video to 10 people. Do it right now. Do it right now. Share it to 10 people. Move quickly. We're almost at 400, y'all. We can do it. I believe we can do it. Harold, did you? Okay. Okay, so people in the chat are saying, is you, are you really scared? What's the tea? I think he's full of shit. Okay. Y'all, I mean, listen, the boy is kind of like, the boy do give, there's a couple of movies that come to mind when it comes to this stuff, y'all. I don't want to start no mess, but it's a couple of movies that come to mind. This is giving me back Swan. Does anybody agree or disagree? This is giving me some sort of Black Swan tea. How many people agree? How many people disagree? Ooh, like Tyesse, you're right. This is giving some sort of Black Swan tea. Oh my God. Is this boy really, really scared for his life? I mean, that boy did not really do be doing the most, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. He do be kind of like cutting up. But I'm gonna tell y'all why this is gonna be problematic. Or I feel like this may be problematic, right? Okay, hold on one second. Give me 1 second, Tasqua. I'm trying to. Okay. I'm always trying to text somebody live on the air. He's trying to warn him. What you mean? Who's trying to warn who? In my opinion, Armand is looking for his next Diddy trial moment. He's not scared if he wouldn't have. I mean, a lot of people have asked the question, why did you even go down there so late? Like he went, everybody was already there, and Armand did come kind of late to the trial. But it is giving some sort of single white female tea too, y'all. It is. It's kind of giving some sort of single white female. And stuff for some of y'all that are over 50 like myself or 50 plus, it's giving a little all about Eve tea as well, y'all. It is. No shade. It really is. No tea, no shade. He does the most in his, there's a lot to unpack here, y'all. It is. Because with this case, I understand Megan's position, and I understand Milagro fighting, for her life, lip syncing for her life. I can't go 100 against Milagro because I'm a blogger. I can say she's definitely wrong and she treated Megan like trash. I can say that, but I can't go hard on her like, girl, I hope they throw the book at you. Hell, I'm a blogger. So I have to be very, very neutral on this. But I also have to understand what they did to Megan was horrible, how they did that girl. But that don't mean I got to be over here like rah-rah for Milagro Graham, since I know how she showed up in this. But as a blogger, you see Armand, if he's like really capping for Milagro. And it's like, he's capping for her. But then the reason it don't make sense in my mind is Milagro allegedly bullied and did all this stuff to Megan. Milagro is going through what you're going through. It seemed like you would be on the side of Megan Thee Stallion. Does that make sense? Because sometimes something be in my head and y'all don't get it the way I'm understanding it. Like it seemed like Armand would be on the side of Megan because what Milagro is going through is what you're going through with this damn boy, this crazy ass boy. It's giving it is giving a little Tamar. Yeah, a little bit Tamar. Let me tell y'all something. Armand does flip father. I wish he was saying. I mean, in my personal assessment of Armand is that he thinks very highly of himself. Like in his mind, I'm just saying this is my perception as a YouTuber, and I share the same space as him, right? Armand probably sees himself as like Wendy Williams or Oprah in his mind, and that's not going to take away. He's been very successful. He's done a lot, of work to do what he does on YouTube. Nobody takes away anybody's work ethic. But in his mind, I think he probably sees himself as Oprah or Wendy Williams, and you're not. You've been very successful because I have been following Armand since he was in that basement with that black sheep drinking the margaritas out the can. Some of y'all remember he had a black sheet up. Am I the only one that's been following Armand that long? He had a black sheet up. It wasn't even up straight. And he used to drink margarita beers out the can. I remember that vividly. And then I stopped following him. I stopped following Armand. He had did a story years ago. He did a story. There was a trans woman that got unalived at a truck stop in Nashville. I remember the day it was a trans woman that got unalived at a truck stop in Nashville or somewhere in Tennessee, and he basically gave trans killed details tonight. He made it seem like it was I said, I'm good, and then I just tuned out. Only time I check in over there, something bad going on, like something like him and Tasha K. I remember when he burnt Jason Lee's books and stuff. Maybe then I'll go just check out the drama, something horrible going on. But watch him. No, that's not my type of energy, y'all. It's not my crowd. But I can respect somebody that's worked hard to build an audience. But when people be out here doing a lot, like when they be out here doing the absolute most, and then things get real, he did good on the Diddy trial. I think you can do good on something, and then there are people, Azernet, man, there are people that self-sabotage themselves. They get opportunity after opportunity, and then they're going to burn it all down to the ground. You can do a great job on the Diddy trial, and then something comes through, a verdict comes through, and then you put baby oil all over yourself and touching your nipples, and like, y'all, that was like a slap in the face to victims, if you really think about it, to like people that were a part of that case, like Cassie. Hey, brother. Hey, Damasco, I enjoyed you on yesterday. Thank you, brother, for such great hospitality. So ever since the book burn thing, he been careful about getting into more drama. No, he haven't been careful. No. Drama just seems to just follow this guy. No, he ain't been careful. Who book was that he burned? Was that Jason Lee book? Or was it Tasha K ain't wrote no damn book? So I think that was Jason Lee book he burned. That whole group of people, them people over there, y'all, they be like, I'm mentee and you the mentor, and all of them, that whole sector, you the mentee. None of that stuff ever works out with them. I don't know why they try to get into mentor, mentee type things and stuff like that, y'all. It never works out with them people. Well, Ty, that's what he says anyways. It was Jason Lee book. Okay, he set it on fire. And some people I've been very upset with on here on YouTube. That was a crash out for sure. When he burnt Jason Lee book, he got a match, he got a torch and torched it. We know that relationship is over with, right? So him and Tasha K, something Tasha K recently did, and he was rah-rah. He's like, oh, Tasha K back, and that's my girl. Like 2 weeks later, they was right back at it. That's why I say, y'all, these people, it's just, that's why, honey, I don't want no new friends. I don't want no new friends. You are more than what, thank you, brother. I don't want no new friends. These girls that I built, these YouTube streets are not built for, these girls are not authentic enough. And I don't want to be bothered with nobody. I'm good. That book burn thing was not a good look. It looked very unhinged. It looked unhinged. The same way it looked when you was over there after a trial putting baby oil on your damn nipples. I didn't understand it. So yeah, everybody understands their situations where there's some people, like he's been on HBO Max, he's been on, he's been on quite a few things, he gets exposure, but then he burns it down to the ground like a day or two later. So you get the opportunity and then you burn the opportunity down to the ground. Yeah. Um, there was a situation y'all know with Fox Soul, TGIF Fox Soul, and he went over there. He got that opportunity, and then baby, y'all know Al Reynolds, Claudia. It just, baby, listen, it was a whole mess. Y'all know that could have been. Can I be honest? Some people see it as that was the reason Fox Soul got taken off the air because of all that mess. That's how I don't know if y'all see it that way, but some people feel like, yeah, he basically brought down TGIF. Does anybody else see it that way? Who sees it that Armand was basically the reason why that show got canned? I want to test the room out. I want to test the room. Who sees it that way? He's just as unhinged as. I'm gonna get to him in a minute. Not ready for the moment. People need better friends with better advice. I agree, brother. I ate a hot pocket and chips. Okay. How many people blame Armand Wiggins for the demise of TGIF? Is that what it was called? What was it called? Is it TGI? Whatever the hell it was called. I do terrible hosts. He came over there. He came over there to TGIF. Everybody, it was. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I said it at the time. I said I think they should have went with Dustin. I said I think they should have went with Dustin. I said it, and then I just listen. I think they went with Armand because he had a really big audience. He had big numbers, right? Okay. So they went with Armand because he had the numbers, and that was the end of it. They chose him. Everything was going well, and then it started happening. Claudia said she felt some type of way about something he said one time, and then and then the women was complaining about different little things. It was a lot. It started right from the gate, can we be honest? Little things that started bubbling up under the surface, and then the next thing you know, baby, here we go with this Al Reynolds and baby and child, I cannot. The roast that ended Fox Soul. Well, not Fox Soul. The roast that ended TGIF. Mm-hmm. Well, Armand was friends with one of the producers. Child, then all that came out. I'm like, what is this? Then all that tea came out, Emily B. They called it a Korean Indian roast. That was a roast that you didn't eat no carrots or potatoes for. And then Claudia Jordan, who I can't stand, she's standing there with that look she have on her face. Girl, you don't know what the hell happened? You probably was in cahoots. You probably was in on it the whole damn time, Claudia. Thank y'all so much. We went right back to 400. I appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. It means the world to me. Yeah, that roast, that was the roast that ended many careers that night. And so basically, Funky and Eva, Godspeed and prayers to Funky. Funky was on somebody's show, and Funky was just saying basically like, Funky was saying Armand gets in his own way. So I forgot what Funky said. Who was Funky with? I want to say Funky was with Carlos King, or Funky was with somebody. And Funky had said something about Armand. Child, Funky, Armand went off. How dare, bitch, ho, friend. Oh my God. Yeah, to be honest, that whole TGIF crew was crazy. He was with Carlos. He was over there with Carlos, and all he said was, he needs to mature and just be a little. That's all Funky. Funky was just trying to give you advice. Bitch, you ain't never sorry for me. I'm sick of you. I'm like, damn. Wait a minute, Armand. Y'all, I be sitting watching it. I be in the bushes. I be watching this shit from the bushes, y'all. I just stay out of it because I ain't got nothing to do with it. I just sat back and watch. And then what's the name? Then they went back around there and was like, everybody kind of like started talking about I'm sorry, and all the hosts and people talking about I'm sorry, and I'm sorry that it end this way, and my bad. And well, girl, it's over with now. So all these apologies, and we could have did it different. It's too late now, honey. I think Fox Soul never was really for black people the way y'all thought they was for black people. Fox Soul got rid of blackness too fast. Are they still around? Child, I haven't been over there in a while. Let me see if they still doing stuff. Hold on, y'all. Fox Soul. Are they still around? Does anybody know? Is anybody even watching that mess? They canceled the whole thing. They was like, we want all you motherfuckers about it. They canceled the whole show, y'all. I would have thought, oh, they still around. Okay, they still around. I would have been like, well, why don't we recast this? They said, no, we canceled the whole damn thing. They just put the soul on. That's all they did. Armand can't take constructive criticism. Well, Emily B, that's what a lot of people say, sis. That's what a lot of people say. Thank you, Reese, for $7.77. Let me see if they got any new shows over here. They got rid of my show with the Queens. The Queens Cup, whatever that shit was called. They got rid of that. Hold on one second. Let me see if they got anything over here. Oh, no, honey. This is, I don't even see any more shows. Any more shows like that no more. Oh, they got rid of everybody. Oh, they cleaned house. Fucking Anita left. She said they was paying her $250,000 a year. And I think she just wanted a couple of dollars more. Funky said they was paying her $250 a year. And she wanted to, a little, her contract was up for renegotiation. And child, she said that she, felt like she could do well on her own show. She didn't need all that mess over there. How would you go over there to host your own show? To Fox Soul? Yeah, they paid me. I go over there. I go over there and do a little something. Yeah. But Fox Soul is going to limit you. You can't cuss, and the standards and practices and things got to be put in place. And I don't think it will work out for me because I saw my girl Tyesse Madison over there, and it just wasn't her personality. I saw TS over there trying to make it work, but yeah, it just because it just wasn't. TS wasn't shining through, and so you got to be mindful, when you're in spaces where you have to dim your light, or either censor yourself. Sometimes it can be very uncomfortable looking. I like the Queens. I like that show. I love Selena, Lisa Ray. I love all the ladies. Yeah. They just like Tubi. They are supportive. Yeah, Tubi. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that Tubi is basically Fox. Armand, destroyed that stream of income. I'm sure it was a nice, whatever they negotiated, I'm sure it was much more than he was making on Google AdSense. Whatever it was, I'm pretty sure it was much more than what he was getting on Google AdSense, right? And so he destroyed, that was a nice stream of income that he could have been having. And so now we're dealing with, thank you, Andrea Banner, for $11.28. $11.28. So now he's back to YouTube. Cocktails with Queens. Thank you, Britannia. So now he's back to, his channel and, covering trials. But we got to get back to what's going on while we're here. Now, if Armand gets a restraining order, what is going to keep Donat from going to get a restraining order? I think he needs to think this through. He needs to think this through, because this may all be for content, but also he might be scared, right? Okay, so you go get a protective order, restraining order. Then Donat go get a protective order, a restraining order, and now y'all both bombard yourselves from covering any trial. Somebody may ask the question, is Armand getting these orders or want to get a protective order against Danat to keep him from covering some of the upcoming legal things that are going on? Kind of like, oh, I can get rid of him and then I can be the one up there covering it. You know? And then shit, Danat say, well, shit, you want to get up? I'm scared of you too. And now neither one of y'all can be in proximity of each other, and neither one of y'all can be up at the courthouse together. I think really, to be honest with you, I think everybody should be able to be in a space where we can work together and hate your guts. There are some people I really don't like on YouTube. They make me sick to my stomach. I want to vomit. But I can still be here, you know. I think he's scared. He seems to attract obsessed people. I do too, Chanel. These people, when they leave this channel, they go crazy. My subscribers will tell you, the top five will tell you, these people lose their minds. I boot their asses up out of here. I got a man right now stalking me. He better be all kind of crazy shit. Because I just told him, you know, get the hell up out of here. Get your ass up, your trashy ass up out of here. And now this man is stalking me. Armand thinks he's on sitting on hall. Y'all can't be doing this to me live on the air. I'm gonna get to that boy in a minute because I've had my own experience with that Danat guy. He can be scary because he has the Mr. Rogers voice. I call it the Mr. Rogers voice. He'll be live and he'll be talking like this. I just want to let everybody know that I don't have no problem with nobody. And I just want everybody to know. It's kind of like Mr. Rogers. And then somebody said on Studio Hall. And then it's like, baby, like he goes crazy. Y'all got me fucked up. I'll beat up. I'm like, what are you doing? It's like this. It turns on like this. Is he a Gemini? I don't know what the hell he is. If you're wondering who the stalker is, it's me, Ty. You know, my brother. If you're wondering who the stalker is, me, y'all. It ain't you, Reese. It ain't. It could be a really, really, really low budget Tubi movie. Somebody say, is he a Gemini? I don't know what the hell he is. He went crazy on me. Like, what I do? He went crazy. He told me I had did a video with him and he came up. I did a video with him one night and he came up and, you know, I'm going to tell y'all what his problem is. I did a video with him one night and he came up here, baby, and then I decided not to, because some things were said in the video. I decided to private the video. That's all I did. I privated it. He hit me up and emailed to my, where is the fucking video at? Because in that video, he did kind of like show a different side of himself. And then he started accusing me, y'all don't want the people to see, you know, who I am. And y'all are trying to keep people from seeing. I said, first of all, let me explain something to you. That's my damn video. That's every video on here. It belongs to me. And if something was said in that video, I don't want to be, you know, put out. I have the right to private it. And then he's like, you gonna release the video? I'm gonna do what? Release what video? You gonna stop laughing at that boy? You gonna cause a problem? Child, he only got one channel left. I don't think he's gonna be cutting up the way he used to. No, this is his last channel, and then the channel he on, he's suing YouTube. So he had 3 channels. This is his last channel, and the channel he on, he's suing YouTube. I kid you not. I kid you not. I saw the lawsuit. I think he's suing them over some sort of funds or something. Some sort of I think it was a couple $100. I don't know, but he said that they kept his money from him. So he's suing. I am not lying. He has one channel left, and he's suing YouTube from that channel. I think he said they owe him like $20,000. Child, YouTube takes 30% of what I get. I'm used to YouTube, honey, and I don't complain about it. It's a part of the game. They take every time I get something, they take it. So I'm used to YouTube now. Me and YouTube, we know each other. I'm the hoe, they the pimp. You know, I'm used to it. He flips like that. You can't sue your employer. Child, that's what he said. They owe him a lot of money. And listen, we don't know the specifics of what he knows about his channel. Maybe they do owe him some cash. But how are you suing the people and you still on the platform? Okay, y'all. You really can't make this shit up. You really can't. But like I said, he had 3 channels. I think he had 3, maybe even 4 channels, and I think most of them are gone. It's only 1 channel left. And the way I remember the channel he owned now, I could have swore that was somebody else's channel, and then he just changed the name. But I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Because a lot of people don't understand you can't take over somebody's channel. Say, for instance, your channel gets taken down. Somebody can give you a channel. All they got to do is give you the damn login. Ty, your office looks so zen. My office? Y'all, this ain't my office. It's my damn living room. You can sue your employer while you're still employed by them. You can't. Nobody, okay, Linnell, nobody's saying that because you have the right to do something, you know, you shouldn't do it. Nobody's saying, oh, you shouldn't if you're wrong. Here is the thing. This is what I'm saying. Maybe you don't know this. The young man has had multiple pages taken already. And if you lost multiple pages from YouTube, why would you then make them matter and sue them again? Even if you are in, you know what? Maybe I'm thinking too hard, Linnell. I don't know if anybody sees this the way I see it. So let me move on. Maybe I'm thinking too hard. Why would you sue these people? And your last page is probably hanging on by a string. Does anybody see it the way I see it? Just an answer about, well, you can sue your employer while you still, yes, you can. But should you? It was a comment in the chat. I agree with you. Why shine light on your soap without clean hands? That's all I'm saying. This man done dragged every damn body. He done drug me, talked about me like a dog. And then the reason it's so bipolar, so like multiple personality, what people don't understand about this guy is that you want everybody to put you in a positive light. You get upset if nobody comes out and speaks up for you. But you have treated all of these people like trash. I don't know how his mind works. I don't. He left from over there. What was it? What was he over there? And you know where he was over there. They ran him, or he ran away from over there, came over here. Now he's over there on Twitch and he's on YouTube, you know. Whew. I see it there. He wants everybody to speak of him highly. He wants everybody to promote him, talk positive about him. But I am going to drag all of y'all and talk about y'all like dogs if you say anything I don't like. It is the craziest dichotomy in the history of social media. When you sue, you should be prepared to shake the dust. He talks shit about everybody. Now he wants someone to defend him. He gets upset if you don't come into his defense. Well, you've talked about me like I was a dog. Yeah, I did. But I need you to come up here and tell these people how great a person I am. Huh? Boy, bye. It's not wise to sue your employee, especially in in the at will state. That's all I was saying, Craig 720. I mean, some people say, well, listen, him and Armand are kind of like this storyline. They're really suited for each other. Do you agree? Do y'all agree? This particular storyline with Armand and this man, they both have certain, similar energies. Similar energies. I don't know if y'all agree or disagree. We will know if Armand goes all the way and does something. We will know. Hold on one second, y'all. If he goes all the way, we'll know at that time, y'all. Until then, I don't know. Where is okay? Only at that time will we know if he went all the way. He's very delusional, bromance. Well, they were at a Zeus Industry event, and did not threw a cup of liquid. Some people think it was something else. Some people say it was liquid. Some people say it was juice. But some of y'all think he threw a cup of something else at that boy. I can't confirm or deny what was in that cup. And then they got the fighting over there, But it seemed like he was upset that Armand came to the trial. And then some people say it seems like he really was upset that DJ Academics and Joe Budden, either shouted him out or featured some of Armand's content. I want to say this to Armand. Are you watching? Come here, girl. Come here. I don't know if you watching, but I really want to tell you this. I was over there about 30 minutes before my show going through some of your stuff. Come here, Armand. Come here, baby. Come closer. Come a little closer, Armand. Girl, DJ Academics is not no flex. I know every time somebody of note shouts you out, every time somebody, of any type of status shouts you out, you repost it over. You rush and repost it, no matter, and that's fine. A lot of us are happy when people shout us out. But girl, DJ Academics, that ain't somebody you want to be, I'm being honest. That's me. I just saw what you posted about, DJ Academics. Girl, that man's history and what he got going on, that ain't no flex. You could have probably just left that off your wall. Joe Budden, yeah, I can see you reposting Joe Budden. Yeah, if you're enjoying his content, please hit the like button and consider subscribing as well. Yes, he didn't want Armand to steal. I think he has a problem. The way it looks, I don't know if this is the case or not, but the way it looks like you're the only one that want to be at the courthouse. That's how it looks to the streets. You're the only one that want to be over at the courthouse. Everybody else is basically in the way. Academics is not a flex, neither. Yeah, neither is Joe Budden. Well, Joe Budden it has some toxic ways. I don't like the way they treat Melissa Ford, but Joe Budden ain't necessarily on the level of some of the things I've seen with DJ Academics. I'll say that. I'm not trying to cap for Joe Budden, but it's a slight difference, right? It's a slight difference. Jealousy and obsession is sickening. Yeah, it is, Emily B. Yeah, it's sickening, sis. I'm going to drop the link just in case anybody want to come up. The link is always available if you want to come up and say anything. We got to talk about Jussie Smollett. The link is in the chat. Let me pin it. The link is available if anybody would like to come up. Melissa, child, you can see how long it's been since I've been around there. Child, when did Melissa leave? Are you serious? I ain't been around there in a minute. Even when they brought my boy Mark Lamont Hill in, can I be honest? I would tune in from time to time. And then I started tuning in even more because Mark was there. Mark seems like just a odd fit. It's like like an elephant at a pet store. That's how he looks to me over there. He's too smart for that crowd. I don't want that to come across as elitist. But Mark Lamont Hill, you're too smart for that crowd, brother. I'm just being honest. Hold on one second. I gotta pin the link. So who they got around there now? When did this happen, Stephanie? You ain't told me nothing about it. When was this, sis? When did Melissa leave? I didn't like the way they talked over her. I didn't like the way they made her seem like she was dumb at times. I didn't like how they did my girl Melissa Ford. Not that she's, because she's kind of problematic too. But I still didn't like how they did her. I love Mark Lamont Hill on there. He's petty and shady to everybody. I mean, I like the way he just took down and laid out Brian McKnight. But I just think that show is beneath him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I feel like that show is beneath him. Y'all got to understand, this shit is giving all about Eve right now with Armand and that crazy boy. It's giving some sort of all about Eve. The link is available if anybody would like to come up. I just pinned the link. The link is available. I love Mark Lamont Hill on there. You do. When did Melissa Ford leave is the question, everybody. He's too intellectual with it. It goes over their head. They was talking about music one day. They were talking about music and child. Joe Budden said something about Aretha Franklin not being on the top list. And Mark Lamont Hill had to just break it down to him why she should be the #1 singer of all time, according to Rolling Stone. He had to literally explain that to him. Sir, you have a following with millions of viewers and listeners, and you don't know that? Okay. Mark needs to be over there on native land. That's what I was thinking they was going to do, because they did 2 and 2 now. That would have been the perfect, but they went ahead and got what's his name over there, Bakari Sellers. Because that man that was in the hotel room with the big booty white man, him with 2 ladies, it was kind of uneven to me. So I'm glad they got a second man over there to even it out. Armand needs to get him some good security and going about his business. Well, see, that's what Tasha K was over there trolling him. Tasha K said, basically, why don't you get some security? Why don't you get some security guards? If it's that bad, why would you come to Miami and this boy is down here? He don't want nobody down here covering it but him. Okay? He don't want nobody down there at the courthouse but him. And so that, and you came down here with no security. Then he in the bathroom, y'all in the bathroom together, and he over here rapping, violent lyrics, allegedly. And you in the bathroom taking a boo-boo, and you scared because you can hear him on the other side of the stall. You in there taking a boo-boo, and you can't even get your boo-boo on. Armand needs to, unfortunately, he needs to take his coins and get security, just like Tyesse did. I'm here in Atlanta, y'all, but I keep an eye out. I'm very vigilant. I got some nutcases attached to this channel. I keep an eye out when I'm out. I keep my head on a swivel, I think, you come up to me, honey, I tell everybody, you come up to me, you better just blow me away. Because if I can get inside this bag, I want to send you to hell. I want to send you to hell or some other hot city. That's what you need to be. You need to be in hell. Whatever happened to him being locked up? Oh, I don't know. He got out of jail, and I don't know. I don't know whether he got probation, another court date. I didn't follow up with it. You talking about denied? He got let out of jail, honey. Everybody, when he was in jail, he was mad at that. He hit me up. Talking about, can you take it down? Can you take down your video? It was my girl, Plain Jane, in her absence, that hit me up. She said, Mother, you better than me. I said, you right, Jane. She said, I wish you would. He was in there I didn't take it all down. Videos of me talking about me like a dog, and had the gall to come around here deny and tell me to take down my video discussing that he was over there at the jailhouse. That's the type of person he is. I'm gonna talk about you. I can talk about you, but you can't talk about me. I don't know what kind of people are on YouTube. I've never seen anything. I ain't never seen anything like it. A woman just sent me a cease and desist for mentioning her YouTube handle too many times. Send it to me live on the air. I said, y'all, I can't make this shit up. I was live on the air, and I guess I used her YouTube handle one too many times. I said, honey, listen, at this point, y'all, you have to just move on with your life and let these people do what they're gonna do. Because it's almost like they're looking for a moment from you. What is with all this cleavage you've been showing lately? Child, this ain't no cleavage. Let me cover myself up, honey. I'm not showing no cleavage. Oh my God. Oh. That's why he was upset with me. He said I laughed at him while he was in jail. Sweet, I laughed at you when you were out. Stop. I know this. It was a problem with him at AT2. It was a problem with you. Just name the people. Just name them. Everybody. He ain't got along with nobody. I don't think other than that boy down there in Florida. And then he turned on them, kind of like started being distant from them when they went over there with AT2. Oh, thank you so much. Then he got, kind of funny with the boy out there in Florida because he was going around at AT2. Who does he not have a problem with? Baby, I don't know one YouTuber. I don't know not one YouTuber where it ain't no tea. It's some problems. Tonight he said, I heard him say, yeah, it's time for me to start suing people. These people really killed me about YouTube and people mentioning them, and then they want to sue you. And then I did not. I was listening early to I'm gonna have to start, getting some lawsuits together. Boy, what you gonna tell the courts? What you gonna tell the courts? Is people on YouTube talking about me. There's some people on YouTube. Well, what are they saying about you? They just say I'm a horrible person. Well, are you a horrible person? I don't think so. If you'll get your ass up out my damn courtroom, child, if they say I cyberbully people, they say I'm a cyber stalker. That's what they say about me. They say the archbrother Tyesse is a cyber stalker. Well, what do you mean by that, Tyesse? They say I go from people, I watch other people's channels. That's the cyber stalking. Well, what do? I watch the channel. Is there more to it? No, there's no more to it. I go watch somebody's channel, and if I come back and talk about it on my channel, or if I say something shady or subliminal, they're saying I'm a cyber stalker. I am a bully because I come on my channel and talk about the low vibrational people that I have to coexist with on this platform. That's what they say. I am a cyber bully. Well, have you reached out to them electronically? No, I have never reached out to any of them electronically. No, only to block them. Okay, have you called anybody? I have never called none of these people. No, I haven't. If I've called anybody, it's to get clarity if they were talking about me. Okay, well, have you went to any of these people's homes? No, I have not went to none of these people's homes. So you're telling me, Mr. Jackson, you're telling me that you go to people's YouTube pages and you look at their content? Yeah. I kid you not. Oh, hey, Reese.
What's going on, Ty? How are you?
I just cannot. I cannot
Listen,
these people.
I'm over here. Listen, I I can't help but
I am
laugh.
a whole cyber stalker because I go watch other people's content.
That's what they said.
They said I'm watching their content too much.
Listen,
And then if I come back and discuss it, then you're a cyber bully.
listen. I'm so
I
sorry.
cannot. I cannot.
It is 4:50 in the morning, and I'm sick of everybody
I,
because let me tell
Child,
you
it gets to the
something.
point, Reese, where it's just like this cannot be a real place. YouTube.
It's not. Let me tell you, social media, and this is what I believe.
Okay.
When I started doing like as a journalist, right? And I know that people be like, well, he always talks. This is the only way I know how to relate and tell the people the truth. As a journalist, I remember the days where we were recording on a camera, we were interviewing people, we were calling around to get stories, we were getting press releases.
Hmm.
Now it's like, okay, like Armand. No offense to Armand. Armand is, I'm sure he's a nice guy if I ever met
Yeah.
him. But he thinks that after the Diddy trial stuff, I think that, well, really, I think it goes back to um, TGIF.
Yeah.
It started getting to his head, and now he thinks he's Wendy Williams or Charlemagne, or you think you're our heart media. You're not.
Hmm.
You are on YouTube.
Yeah.
Nobody has you on Fox News. You're not on CNN. You're not on any of that. So keep it where it is. If you really, and here's how I feel about threats. I was married before, and my wife used to hit me across the face and act a fool. When she started doing that, do you think I just sat there? No. I called the police, got her
Hmm.
out of my house because I really was feeling like I was threatened.
Hmm.
If you feel like you're threatened, you don't just get on social media and run with it. You're gonna file charges. You're gonna do all the steps necessary, especially being who he thinks he is and who he and what he has done.
And by you
What
saying this, Reese, by you saying this, you're not a hater of another black man's
No,
success.
I'm just being
That's what
honest.
people think. They think, well, oh, y'all are all hating on Armand because he's had some success. People are just telling their
That
experience of
Let
him.
me tell you something. That's how I feel about, and this ain't church night. That's how I feel about church stuff, right? Me
Hmm.
as pastor, me as ordained, all of that. I am not somebody who am exempt from commentary or opinion just
Hmm.
because I am pastor. I'm not exempt from commentary or opinion because I am journalist. There are people every day, Monday through Friday, when I'm on the radio station here in Germany, that email the station, put on Facebook, we don't like his voice, we don't like his personality, we don't like that. But guess what? I'm not exempt. Does that mean I need to go and sue them? No. You know why? Because I chose this job,
Yeah.
I chose this path as a pastor, knowing my femininity and who I am and what I do. If somebody talks about me, I can't get mad because even though I'm called, I chose it. You see what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
then also when it comes to the career, I can't get mad at people while I'm doing media if you don't like what I do. I say cool. Now when it becomes a problem is when you're trying to pull up to my house, when you're
Yeah.
trying to fight me, when you're threatening my family, which is why on
Hmm.
social media you don't see my family or any of my close friends or know anything like that because I recognize the dangers in that.
Yeah.
But like you starting to do all that extra. So like, yeah, Armand, if you was really threatened, in my opinion, if he was really threatened, unless they was frucking or something, there's a difference. Maybe because y'all was frucking, you feel like you can't do that. But I'm sure they weren't. Then I would have said something to the judge, or I would, press charges because that's what you do when you're a celebrity, as you feel as if you are.
Hmm.
But I don't think that if I had an event and I say Armand Wiggins is here, people are running and breaking their necks to get in the building. Would you be? Ty, I'm asking.
Well, Armand is like, eh, just a regular YouTube person. I don't see Armando, but he probably sees it himself. I see you as a coworker, just like any other coworker. I don't see you as like, no, you're not a Wendy Williams to me. You're
Yeah,
not.
and that's like Claudia. To
That
me,
Gonna,
Claudia,
I'm not gonna take away from the fact that he is a
he's
talented.
done some things.
Yeah, you've done some things. Somebody said he was on Nancy Grace. He was. He's been on HBO with the Diddy documentary. I've seen some things he did. We're not taking away anything from nobody. What I'm saying
Hmm.
is, girl, you be acting like you Oprah. Like,
And here's the deal. Like even with Claudia, I follow these people. Like not
mhm.
well, I don't follow their channels. Let me just be honest about it. I don't follow a lot of people. I follow you. I don't subscribe to a lot of people's channels because I don't believe in doing that, especially if I don't support your content. I'm just not that. I will look at what you do, but I'm very picky on that. But when it comes to like Claudia, there's a reason she's not on Ricky Smiley's morning show anymore. You see what
Mm,
I'm saying?
yeah.
The Brad is on there. You know, there's a reason these people are not on these big major um syndicated platforms because there takes a certain amount of personality and adaptability. Claudia don't have it. That's why they wasn't gonna give her ass no excuse. Ooh, I done slipped up.
Go ahead.
Lord
It's
help
all
me.
right.
They wasn't gonna give her hit my soft spot. They wasn't gonna give her no raise because she's not worth that in their eyes. You gotta understand, Fox, Soul, Tubi, all them channels are trying to just pull enough money in from our black viewership eyes, as black targeted media, in order to do what? Build their next Fox News network. So like they're not giving Claudia that. They're using Claudia because they realize, oh, you're not smart, in
Stop
my
it. Stop for a
opinion.
minute. Hold on. Stop.
I'm be quiet.
Hold on? No, no. Did you see what you just said right there? I don't know if you've seen the documentary that came on HBO Max about black television.
And I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna write it
Okay,
down because
what
I'll
you
watch it.
what you just said, they talked about that. There were networks in the 2000s and the 90s, the
Hmm.
WB,
Yep.
um, and all of these black centered networks,
Hmm.
and they basically used black shows to generate money. And then when they got enough money, they canceled all the black shows and
Yep.
shifted to white shows.
Yep. So when you look at like In Living Color,
Hmm.
In Living Color was a show that Fox owned.
Yeah.
Even though the Wayans brothers was on part of it, they owned that. And so when you look at the stuff like all that, the Parkers, One on One, all those shows, these were white people, white networks that was owning it and used our eyes to build their
Hmm.
money and get the advertisers to then launch these white shows and net and platforms. And so for me, I am always a fan of if I'm gonna support official Tyesse Report, I'm not
Hmm.
doing it through YouTube Super Chat. No offense to anybody who does that, if it's convenient. I'm gonna send it directly to you
Yeah.
because I recognize YouTube is not owned by us. So I'm always one that says give it directly to consumer. So when you look at Claudia and all them other people, it's like, girl, please, you're not Oprah.
My
You
thing is my
you're
thing
not
is
even Gail. But go.
my thing with Funky and all of them when it came to the money and the contracts. I understood what Funky was saying when he was
Yeah.
saying about he was only asking for a small or only asking for a certain amount, but it didn't make sense if you're making money on Fox Soul and you're making money on your YouTube channel to leave a check for one check, two checks for one check.
Yeah.
I,
And
I don't know.
and
Listen, I don't
and
know.
I get that. So that's like when I reported the news, people don't know this. People think it's glamorous to be on this network TV stuff. Let me tell you
Mhm,
something. If you are a creator, create your own platform and use what you have as leverage to get that dollar amount. Reason I'm
mhm,
telling you that when I was on the news, they wanted to own my social media accounts. They wanted to do all of that. So what I knew from being in media for how I did it was that I needed to own my social media and I needed to make sure that I didn't have a non-compete in my agreement.
Hmm.
Meaning that even though I work for your station, I can still host a show over here. I can still be on another network. That's why Wendy Williams was so pivotal in this space because she recognized I may not even be able to do it in Baltimore, but I can still do it in New York. And
Yeah.
I can still run both shows and get two checks. Those are the types of things you want to do. These girls think you're not Oprah, you're not Wendy, you're not there because what you don't do is you don't study. All you do is run your mouth and you think that the tea is going to get you somewhere. You don't study. Ty, I believe and through my spirit, I understand that you study and you know what you're doing.
I'm
These
trying to,
other girls,
and listen. That don't mean I don't make an error or two, but I try
yeah,
to do the best I can.
and that happens with everybody. I make errors every day in radio and been doing it for a long time in the media. But at the end of the day, it's like make your errors but come back. But you have to study the game of media. And I don't think Armand, even as talented as he is, and I like him, I think he's shut up. But Armand, as talented as he is, and where he could be based on his branding and how he looks and everything like that, I believe that what messes him up is his attitude,
Yeah.
and that makes a lot of difference. And I was told this as a young media person, they would rather work with somebody who had no talent, who was coachable, than
Yeah.
somebody who was talented and not coachable.
Oh, that's rich. That's rich right there. Hmm.
And I always looked at that when I did shows and everything else was, are you coachable?
Yeah.
Even though you have talent, are you able to be coached by somebody? Not even just me, but somebody else. And
Yeah.
when people recognize that you're not coachable, they wash their hands from you. Because from you to go from TMZ, Nancy Grace, all these platforms and be on there, and now you still back on YouTube. My understanding is there's something about you that they didn't want to where they didn't hire you full time.
Yeah.
Because if you've been on the platform, they would have pulled you in knowing the money that they have and knowing the following that you have. That's business 101. If I know you got a following and I got something going on and you are knowledgeable about something, I'm gonna hire you. But if I'm not, that means that there's something about you that I don't find is either coachable or will mesh well with the organization, which means that you don't get along with people very well. Denot might be crazy as heck,
Hmm.
but Denot is
Allegedly.
only allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly, he may be according to whatever in their experience,
Hmm.
but there may be something about you that causes everybody else to say, I'm gonna steer clear because there's something ain't there yet.
Yeah.
And so time will tell. Hmm. Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing for Denot. This Denot could not rebuild any bridge. Denot could make anybody see him any differently. It's a wrap for Denot. I'm just being
Yeah.
honest. Like, there's nothing you have talked horribly about people. You have, in your words, packed people up, and
Hmm.
none of them people are going to believe. Nobody believes you when you have these contrition and Mr. Rogers moments. Nobody believes you. I don't believe you. He
Yeah.
came on here the last time he came on here. He was talking nice and calm, and maybe 5 minutes into it, bitch, whole. I'm like, wait a minute,
And
just that
Ty,
fast. So
what's interesting to me, the people keep saying I'm reading. I don't think I'm reading. I'm just saying the truth of what I understand.
it's just.
And I will say this. I think that what happens with a lot of people is they see sometimes YouTube is the most that they'll ever be seen in life.
Pretty much.
And YouTube pushes them into a space where they feel like people see me now. So now because they see me, I can do what I want to do because I'm I got 50 people watching when one person never looked at you.
Yeah.
If I would have started doing what I'm doing as pastor in media when I was 18 years old, it'd be different because it would be like, okay, when 10 people are looking, I'm doing pretty well.
Hmm.
When really I needed to heal from some stuff. And I think a lot of these people, especially in the YouTube space, need to find healing within themselves and understand where God is in their life so
Yeah.
that they don't end up in experiences where it's like, I'm going to sue you. You got to understand how to stand 10 toes down and who you are and what you are being like. And that's what God is dealing with me in the last month is like, who are you? And are you okay with just being who you are and where you are?
Hmm.
And I think that's important to understand. Know thyself. That's a whole African thing to do is to know thyself.
Can that self be true? That's a
And
word.
and a lot of the folks don't know themselves, so they use your platform. They use other people as a scapegoat or
Yeah.
a what I call it, a deflection.
I'm on
So
to it
that
now.
so that nobody will see them as who they are. Because the truth will always stand, but it doesn't just stand without some pushback. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
But are you willing to stand within the pushback? Stand for the truth.
I don't do nothing. I know I don't do nothing no more than anybody else do when it
I
comes
know
to
you don't. And I had a
shade
mentor
and
get mad at
tea.
me.
But it's just it's something about when I say something,
Hmm.
they just make it into like World War III. Like, oh my God,
Yeah.
he
And I
mentioned I think he's talking about me. It's subliminal. Girl,
and 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 I tell you this, I when I said you got me in trouble last time, it wasn't no real trouble because I'm grown. Um, One of my mentors was upset with me
mhm.
because they saw me on your channel and on somebody else's channel live.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, my response to that person was, if you ain't did nothing, why are you upset? Why are you concerned? Because your friends did stuff? Okay, and
Hmm.
that just be the thing. It's like if you ain't got nothing to hide and you ain't did nothing, you shouldn't be afraid of a blogger or a reporter.
Thank you.
The people who are afraid of bloggers and reporters are the ones who are trying to cover for their friends, who are trying to cover for them, who've been doing crazy stuff.
Hmm.
And for me, it's like I'm not afraid of blogs and bloggers and reporters and stuff and being on the platform because what are you gonna tell about me that I ain't already told about myself?
Yeah.
Because if you really ask me the right questions, you might get the answer you want. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Hey. Yeah. Uh-huh. And that ain't just Miss Crown talking tonight. That's Reese, because I don't care no more. I'm sick of the people.
Well, all I can say is, Armand, baby, listen, whatever you feel like you need to do, do it. If you really scared, get a restraining order. If you feel like he's done something to you legally, but you can't be on here talking about, I need to get a lawyer, very, inexpensive lawyer. Like, you can't be saying all that, bro.
Yeah.
You didn't made what, $100,000 over there with Fox Soul, $50,000.
Yeah. And here's the difference, Ty. I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna get down.
All right.
There's two different things. There's a difference between DV, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying. There's a difference between DV, which with DV, there is a little bit of a difference between people who want to leave or want to stay. I know that for a fact. And I've
Mm-hmm.
seen it in my own family. DV is totally different. Somebody off the street and you a celebrity and you a whatever you think you are, um, there is no I'm gonna wait and see, or I'm concerned. No, I'm calling the police right then and there. I'm doing so now. So for me, it's like I don't believe nothing he's saying, especially seeing the whole when he did the Diddy trial and the baby oil thing. It's like, okay, you were just on these platforms, these major platforms. You can't do that, even if you were joking, because it just doesn't look right. And it's like like you said, it's a slap in the face to the people who dealt with that. You just don't do that. Even if it was cute and you thought it was funny, it's not. You have to conduct yourself in a certain way. And I don't think I don't know how old he is, but I feel like he's younger than what he presents himself to be. I feel like he's young.
Who you talking
And
about?
he, yeah, I think he's young.
Yeah, yeah, Armand's like 30. Like I don't he's not 35. He's under 35, that I know.
Yeah, so he's still maturing, and you can be 30, 35, and still be delayed in your development because you ain't experienced real life, or
Hmm.
you might have been running the streets a little too long, you know.
Hmm.
Like me, I started running the streets late. BC, shout out to him. But I'm done, Ty. I'm gonna shut up before I tell on myself.
No, I'm trying.
And
I got a little conversation going on the
no,
side.
you good, Ty. I'm just saying the same, so
Because
I'm gonna
we
tell on
trying to figure out what's
myself.
going on down here in Texas with this Brandon Coleman. They talking about Brandon Coleman that went up there to the police station, or somebody, child.
Listen, listen, more grace. I
Yeah,
just
that's
don't
what I say. More great, y'all call me
look
when
at
y'all with the
look
police.
what Steph Two Fly or whatever he thinks. Yeah, that's what I said, and I
Yeah.
said it and repeat what I said. What they gonna do? You know, more grace to the people. But
So,
I'm tired of. Go ahead.
How did you spend Thanksgiving away from home?
Well, Ty, I spent it here reflecting. And I'm not being deep about it. I sat here and I reflected. One
Okay.
of the senior airmen who lives down the road, his son and him, they cooked. And so the senior airman, and we've hung out a few times,
Okay.
brought me a plate of food today from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But for my Thanksgiving, I went on a very long walk. I read some books, I did some reading, I did some homework, and I was able to just be and I was able to sit. I got a text from you, which I appreciate, and I got a text from a couple other people, but the closest people in my family didn't text me. And let me explain to you why that is profound in my experience.
Okay.
Because I realized that as I'm on this journey of life and experience and understanding God for who God is to me,
Mm-hmm.
I can't depend on just the family that is blood to me anymore. I have to depend on the family who I meet in society and in the world and in community. So I'm recognizing that the walk that I'm on may not be um uh as I may not have as many companions as I would like,
Yeah.
but it could be a little lonelier than I
Yeah.
ever expected.
Yeah, I gotta send you a video. I gotta send you a video. I've been sharing the video. Oprah has did a video where she's talking to people that have some cut their families off
Oh
completely.
yeah, I saw that. I saw
Okay.
that. I
Yeah,
did
yeah.
see that.
And
And
it's not.
for
I think people may misinterpret it. Protecting your peace is not a bad thing. Understanding where people stand and how families show up in your life, being aware of that is not a bad thing. Once you
and
see how somebody moves or operates, then you listen. Iana says, "I don't get to tell you how to love me. I get to see how you love, and I get to decide whether I want to participate or not."
yeah,
I think that's
and
basically in a nutshell.
it
So,
was crazy because when I went on Facebook today, my family may not have called me, and this is the revelation in it,
mhm.
but they were thinking about me. The only reason I knew they were is because when I was watching my mom's live, they were playing my music. You didn't know that I
Mm,
have CDs out. I got about
okay,
3 EPs that I've recorded. And they were playing my music during Thanksgiving. And she was shouting me out and saying, "We miss you," and all this, but didn't call me. But I can't blame her for not calling because there may be something that she feels as if she cannot call because of how I've presented myself for years. Meaning, I've always been a little harsh. I've never been all the way open with just with conversation. I've always been very stern and
yeah,
like that, and that's just who I am. But who I am, I'm also guarded because of how I was raised through my father. So
yeah,
all those things are built upon, so the holidays for me have always been hard, but I'm learning to work through them
yeah.
because if I'm gonna help other people as a pastor to work through their stuff, I got to work through mine first,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't use somebody else to help me work through mine. I got to work through mine with God and
Yeah.
my own people and reconcile with my own family. But
And
that food was good.
I tell
You
people
said,
until that happens, there's nothing wrong. I encourage surrogate families, please,
mm-hmm,
surrogate friendships, building communities outside of your family because those are the things that sustain you. Yesterday, I went with Samara. I went over to her family's house because I have, I think, one relative in Atlanta, one cousin, and me and her have a really tumultuous history, right? So she lives in, well, I have two cousins here, two cousins in Atlanta. And yeah, I mean, the thing about it is that people need to stop forcing relationships that just don't work until everybody gets to a point where they can come together collectively and decide on a healing or a journey to healing. But to
yes.
keep bumping your head up against the wall with the same scenario with your family, it's like at some point you have to say, I love everybody, but deuces, y'all all take care. When we
Yeah.
all come to our minds together, then maybe we can work on some therapy or going somewhere and getting some help.
Yeah. Because, that stress of life
Mm-hmm.
will kill you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I was having chest pains. I'm over here. I lost my hair. It was so much stuff
It's a,
because
it's really, really, it takes a toll on you, Reese. I know.
it really does. And for me, I just want to see people be well
Yeah.
and I want to see people be loved because I know what it feels like to not feel that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't blame my parents and I don't blame my family for anything they have done or how they have treated me,
Mm-hmm.
because it is my belief that they just did the best that they could based
Yeah.
on what they knew during the time in
Mm-hmm.
which they were living.
Yep.
Because when I become a parent and become a spouse again, then what happens is sometimes I might do something or say something that my spouse or my children may not like.
Yeah.
But the problem is when you don't reconcile with the person that you have hurt or may have hurt. So one of the things I've been working on this year is going back to somebody that I may have hurt or they may not have understood where I was coming from and saying, "I'm sorry. Would you forgive me for that?"
Mm-hmm.
And asking for forgiveness doesn't make you weak, it makes you strong and it allows you to release that heartache
Mm-hmm.
from you. And I was lit every day. I was like, Lord, I'm in this room. I'm X amount of years old. Nobody knows how old I am, and I'm not gonna tell them. I'm X amount of years old, and I'm in this barracks room in the military, unmarried, no children. And what people would say is he has nothing to show for his life. And it bothered me for a very long time. What I realized was God brought me here to put me in a space of solitude and not isolation.
Mm-hmm.
This is my wilderness season, so I could get to the promised land. So I won't be like Moses and saying, "Now I'm gonna be like Joshua and I'm gonna be able to get in it."
Yeah.
And that's what I had to realize about this season. And meeting you, meeting the Thai squad, and going through what I'm going through is to understand where I'm going in life and how to heal. Because I'm far. There's nothing I can do for my family, you know, thousands of miles away. But pray for them
Yeah.
and love them and say more grace to them. And I'm sorry to get so deep, on
No,
tonight.
this is my
We was
show.
in
My show.
lighthearted.
Yeah, my show does that. We this is the twist and turn show conversationally. Yeah.
And
And
I feel like I be telling the Thai squad and you way more than I should be
so
telling.
no, it's always good to be vulnerable. It's just that on social media now, your vulnerability can be weaponized on that day, or your
Hmm.
vulnerability can be weaponized if somebody don't like you. So it's happened to me a couple of times, but it will never stop me from being open about my life and my journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will
And
never
I
stop.
think me talking about it helps me. And I think it helps other people as
Hmm.
well, because I'm sure I'm not the only one that's on your platform or even in the chat that's going through this season of ambiguity and healing and reconciliation.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm the only one.
you're not.
Um, I just feel like I'm the only one at this time right now that is able to express it and be able to say, okay, this is my healing moment.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, you
it's
have to
different.
you have to definitely reach out when you feel moments of like that. Reach out to people. There's a community here that supports you. I've been there before. I've been there since I've been in Atlanta. You know, sometimes um I don't get homesick. I tell people all that I don't get homesick, but there are people and things that I, on occasion, miss. And if I see a TV show that highlights my LA experience, it makes it worse. And
Hmm.
so you have to be careful because sometimes those can be triggers, Reese. You
Yeah.
find yourself feeling some sort of way. But Atlanta has been so good to me, and it's been such a great experience. Atlanta outweighs any type of LA nostalgia I may run across, or
Yeah.
any type of little momentary um, mindset that I may experience. So, but just know
And
that
if I
you have
can
a
be,
community. You have a community here.
well, I appreciate, and if I can be honest with you, I'm gonna just be honest with you in the Top Squad. Tonight is the night. You're gonna
Mhm,
receive it. Um, I think for me, I'm dealing with more so, and this is why I think back to the topic. Here's full circle, because I know journalism, right? And I know
mhm,
how to get back. For me, the reason I'm so passionate about topics like Armand and your boy is because I've been where they are when I started doing this job,
mhm.
with the balance of, but for me, more so, it's about church stuff.
Yeah,
I was on tour, on the television. I'm dealing with judgment from people in the world because I'm on a platform. Then when I go home, I'm dealing with judgment from the family because
got
I don't live up to the personality or the norms of what you think I should be because of your religious practices.
yeah,
So imagine you out in the world, you doing your job, and they judging you there, and then you leave and you go home and they're judging you there. So the question is, where is the space where there's no judgment and
yeah.
there's love and peace?
Hmm.
Do you have one? No. So you isolate now and you start to make realities in your head and
Yeah,
say, well, this person does this person does this, I'm that. But really, the truth of the matter is, you weren't honest enough to say, this is the truth of me,
hmm,
whether you like it or not. And that comes through self work and meditation and prayer and knowing God for yourself. And I think that they may just be in a position now where they're having to learn who they are.
yeah.
They may think they're one thing, but they may not actually be that. The Crossworlds. I think Bone Thugs and Harmony had that song, and I love it so much.
I tell
You
everybody,
won't be lonely.
I tell everybody this. I have people just don't they don't know they see me. I think they just see some really funny guy that does some great content on YouTube. That's basically what they people don't know what I've been through. My heart has been so broken, it feel like it was gonna bust out my chest. But what I do know is that God will take care of you. He will. And I think a lot of people, the
Hmm.
biggest problem with people is whether it's family drama, whether it's midlife crises, or divorce, YouTube. trouble, whatever it is. I think so many people tend to super analyze everything and try to be Iyanla and Dr. Phil for themselves. And there is
Hmm.
a level of surrender, and I struggle with it. There's a
Me
level of
too.
surrender that
Shoot.
you have to turn things literally over and leave it there. Like it's either it's either you believe God and trust God will see you through and take you through, or you do not. If you want to
Yeah.
drive the car, just drive the car. But if you let God drive it, I guarantee you, you will make it to your destination. You will.
Listen, that is a word.
Hmm.
And I told my grandmother this tonight when I spoke to her and my grandfather and
Yeah.
even my pastor. I said to them both, I said, everything that I ever wanted to do in life that I prayed for. This is why I tell people be careful what you pray for because God will answer your
He sure
prayers.
will.
I prayed for a Buick and I got it. I prayed to be on television and I was able to do it. I prayed to be on the radio and I was able to do it. I prayed to teach and I was able to do it. And in all those aspects of life, there were parts I liked and there were parts I didn't like.
Hmm.
But when you actually sit and you ask God, what is my purpose of being on this earth? You start to realize something about what you ask for. And a lot of times, what you ask for aligns to purpose, but not fully. So you start seeing aspects of where you're going and where you should be.
Hmm.
But then when you finally say, God, tell me, you feel uncomfortable and you get in wilderness season. And then you have to make a choice. Am I going to stay here or am I just going to follow God and do what God say?
Yeah.
And that's where the surrender comes from. And I think as a man and as men, we struggle with surrendering a lot because of societal norms of what
Yeah.
surrendering looks like.
Hmm.
Just because you surrender doesn't make you weak. I think it actually makes you stronger.
Yeah.
And I had to realize that I don't have to be macho to be strong. I
My
just have to be stable to
my
be strong. You know, go ahead. I'm sorry.
stability is a key word. Um, I think my Achilles heel is the clapback or the last word. You
Yeah.
know, if I could just work on that, I could work. Pam always tells me, she says, Tyesse, she says, once somebody shows me who they are, then they are just like dead to me. I don't even think about them anymore. And I said, sis, why can't I be like that? We're both
Hmm.
Aquariuses. And there's something in us, Reese, where some of us, we just have to get the last clap back, or I want you to know who I am. You ain't gonna talk to me. You ain't gonna punk me. You're not gonna scare me. And sometimes, I'll be honest, sometimes no answer, no response is the best response. But in my workspace where I work at, you got people that are out here pretending like they like kumbaya and they want the bloggers to be in peace. But you got people actively, I'm talking about as I'm speaking right now, going around pretending like they're Tie Squad members to people and bothering people, and then they think it's us when y'all are the last thing on our minds. So there's always going to be an element of that. People definitely don't want shit to end. They don't want beefs to stop. They want the action. They want the drama. And so
Hmm.
at the end of the day, I think you have to come to some sort of like, you know what? It ain't even worth a clap back at this point. The
Yeah.
response, the response should be no response at this point.
Yeah. I struggle with it too. I still do every day. The military is what kept me from doing it because in the military, they can say whatever they want. You don't say nothing back or you going to jail or they going to cut your check. But, my dad would always tell me, don't, and he used to say something like this. If you run from a fight, I'm gonna whoop you harder than they was gonna whoop you.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah.
so it was that mindset of I'm gonna win this one, but then I
Uh-huh.
have to realize what battle are you willing to fight and is it worth it?
Yeah. And
And
with
my
me,
dad still to this day he thinks I'm too passive and I'm too whatever
yeah, and with
because he
me,
wants me to. Uh-huh.
No, and with me, go ahead and finish your comment about your
Yeah,
father.
he just wants me to fight. And I think at this point in my life, I'm tired. I'm not ready to leave this life yet. Lord, please don't take me tonight. But I'm saying in general, I'm just not in the mood to argue and fight with people anymore because I feel as if the battles aren't worth it.
That's what I was just going to say. In my case, with these people that I'm dealing with, I get joy. I get a pleasure of letting them know how tired and late they are. I do. It brings me joy. But these people are, and I'm not even saying this like I'm all that, Reese, but I know that these people are very insignificant and
Well,
are
you are in
basically,
that blue, baby. You look good, baby. No.
oh, thank you. I know
Okay,
that
go
these
ahead.
people are nobodies. I get that, but to me, they are worthy of an occasional. I need you to know how tired and late you are. I
Mhm.
know they're nobodies and they're very insignificant. Nobody knows these people, but still, the desire in my heart is to let them know how late they are. Reese, it's still in my heart.
Yeah, and I feel it because I be wanting to let folks have it because I, yeah, I get it
Yeah.
totally. But I realize like in the YouTube space, what I'm realizing is every time you respond to them, they
Hmm.
take what you say and they amplify it and it brings them more publicity.
Yeah.
It's like every type of publicity, even if it's negative for them, is some sort of publicity. And it's like what what pulls you away from them is elevating what you do and elevating your platform
Yeah.
because they can't compete. You got so many people in your chat, including me, that elevate you and push you beyond what they would ever have.
Yeah.
And I think that's the issue. And I'm not even going to mention other stuff, but even with other stuff, the reason what bothers people so much is that you don't fall for the okey doke because there's wisdom in what you do and how you do it
Hmm.
because you're willing to learn and adapt based on the time.
Yeah.
You ain't just running off of a check because the different that's like pastoring, right? The difference between me and another pastor is I don't need the church to pay my bills. I have a job. The
Hmm.
difference between you and other bloggers is you don't need YouTube to pay your bills.
I do
So
not.
you're not,
They
you're
think
not,
that. They believe
yeah,
that.
but you're not held on what the people think or you do what you want to do because you enjoy it. I take it that you enjoy it. I can
I
tell.
do. That's the reason I'm here. I would have been gone if it
Yeah.
wasn't for my followers. I would have been gone maybe a year ago. Because
So
after
that's
a
like,
while, it just some of this stuff
it's too
gets to me.
much.
It's too much.
So
Yeah.
that's like me doing spiritual development and counseling and pastoring. It's like, I don't need to do that. I
No.
can go tour, I can do movies, I can do all that stuff. Like Google it. But I do it because I enjoy it and I'm called to it. And so
Hmm.
granted there are some hard times, but I always come back and God has always pushed me back to the first call.
Yeah.
And your first call is very prophetic, is very evangelistic. That is what you have. I don't know if you realize that, but you're very prophetic, very evangelistic in your
Mm,
being.
okay.
Not pastoral, very evangelistic, very prophetic. There's a difference.
Hmm.
And so in doing that, you bring people in, but then sometimes they go other places. That's a lot of times in evangelism, you bring people in, they get what they need and they leave.
Yeah.
In the prophetic, you see in the future, you're able to say some things, and guess what? Sometimes they don't like it, they get mad and they want to piss on your grave. That's what it is. And
Well.
so rock them, whatever, have fun,
Mhm.
do what you want to do. Get pimped out for a hotel room and a check.
I,
Time is out.
what I tend to do is basically I take everything as a case by case basis, and
Hmm.
I judge everything as it comes to me. That's what I do, Reese.
Yeah, I
But
told my best friend yesterday, I said, F out. Excuse my language, but I told him, I said, F all them people. I said, I ain't worried about them folk. And this was my mentors. I'm telling you for sure. My
mhm.
mentors, one of them. really. Two of them actually ticked me off so bad. And I said, I have tithed and sold into y'all so much. I said, I can give my money to somebody else. I said, because I'm not doing, because to me, a seed, a teruma, all of that is a part of covenant. That is my agreement with you and between you and I. That is why I do it. That is why I did that with my mentors. But I
Mm-hmm.
told him, he said, did you talk to them? I said, absolutely not. I said, F them all. you know, because it was just, I was at the point, it's like, I'm spending so much time trying to pour into y'all, but y'all ain't done nothing for me. Not saying I did it for that, but it feels good to get a call and say, how are you? Are you well?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they don't do that. And that's a problem. Even with my father, he ain't call me for things. You ain't calling me, I ain't calling you. More grace to you. Take me out your will. I don't need your money. But if you want to keep me in there, I take it.
I
Hey, more
won't refuse.
grace.
I won't refuse it.
You doggone right.
Yeah, I
But
tell
that's just
everybody. Yeah, I tell
mhm.
everybody. Listen, I see people at this age, this big age of 50. I just see people for who they are, and I'm not trying to make nobody into something else. Those days are gone. I'm not trying to make you into something that you're not, or make you show up for me how I want you to show up for me. Like you show up how you show up, and I judge you accordingly, honey. Basically.
Yeah. And there's a and I'm gonna get off of here. But there
Mm,
was a CD and a record. I bought the CD for you. It's Aretha Franklin, "So Damn Happy." That is the name of the CD.
that's one of my favorite CDs. It
I
really
bought
is.
it. Do you have that CD?
I don't have CDs. I have it on my phone.
Okay, I'm gonna mail you that CD because I
Yeah,
have it
you.
in
I would
here.
love to have a hard copy.
I have
I
it.
used
Let
to
me see.
collect CDs back in the day, but
Yeah, because
I would love to have a copy. Yeah.
yeah, I went to the record store and they actually had a Aretha record, but I didn't get the record, but I did get this, and I was like, let me see if Ty like, but I did get this one
That's
right here.
my
So
favorite.
damn
It's
happy,
my favorite. One of my
and
favorite album covers.
I
One of
will
my
ship
favorite
it to you
albums.
from Germany. And ain't no scratches on it either, so it will play.
Yeah,
But
that is. That's one of my
I will,
favorite.
but I
One of
will
my.
ship it to you. But
I
I
appreciate
appreciate your
that.
time. I
I
appreciate your
appreciate you
time
too.
tonight
And know
and
if
the
you
Thai
need
Squad.
if
Uh-huh.
you need us, we're here.
Yeah, and the Thai Squad, thank you for going listening to my TED Talk. I'm sorry I get deep, in more ways than one, but we're gonna keep that not playing. But anyway,
We
all right,
appreciate
love
you,
you, Tom.
brother.
I'm all right, peace.
Bye. Lil Reese, cool guy. Got a chance to meet him when he was here in Atlanta, all the way in Germany. We love the ingenuity of connection. You can talk to somebody in Germany, and that's amazing. Mhm. Yeah, Andre, there's a level of strength and inner peace in letting go. Yeah, I agree. The battles aren't worth it. No, they ain't worth it, Seth. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on trying to, I'm working. It's one day at a time with these people, Steph. Just one day at a time. That's all I'm doing. Hold on one second. I'm so damn happy. Mm, I'm so damn happy. Okay, I know what that is. So yeah, shout out to Reese. Always enjoy him when he comes on. So I'm gonna do a little. This is a little brief commentary. It's 11:37. It don't feel like we've been on for 2 hours. It really don't. So let me do my last little commentary on Jussie Smollett. He's over there on Cam Newton. I haven't watched it, but I was reading the comments, and I will say this: my commentary. I'm going to provide. I'm going to provide you guys with the link to it. I may watch it a little bit of it before bed, but I don't know why Jussie Smollett won't go away. That's my commentary. I don't know why he just won't go away. Just go away. That documentary that came out on Netflix, the documentary that came out on Netflix, it didn't do anything. It actually, can I be honest, made it worse. I don't know if anybody agrees. I don't know if anybody agrees. That documentary that came out on Netflix made the whole situation even damn worse. Ty, that was all he did was lying to. Like you're not going to convince nobody of nothing. Everybody's opinion of you is baked in like a lemon pound cake fresh out the oven. Nobody in this chat is going to go watch anything with you and walk away and say Jussie is innocent. It's like you are trying your damnedest to convince us that you are, and it's not going to ever happen because people know damn better. Most people know better. They're like, yeah, something ain't right with this whole scenario. Two white men out in the middle of a snowstorm talking about, are you the empire guy? It don't sound right. Don't. I'll take a peek in, y'all. But at this point, I wish the young man would literally just go away and leave everybody alone, Jussie. I'm gonna give y'all the link. Hold on. If anybody want to go by there and just look, I just don't know. Like, sir. Somebody just put a comment. His life will be so much easier if he just tells the truth. His ego, and I believe there's some sort of something going on with him mentally. It won't allow him to do it. He just can't fathom those words. He just won't do it. He just cannot fathom the word, I did this, y'all. Do you know how much money you can make off of telling the truth? Not that money should be your motive. Baby, do you know what you could probably bring in with trying to rebrand your career, number one? Because all these little independent movies you're doing, they ain't bringing you no money like that. They're not, Jussie. They're not. If you just tell the truth. I think that's what it is, Kim. It's been so long, Jussie, nobody cares. And Cam Newton, of course, he always over there sounding deep in the trailer. I just want to give you an opportunity. I'm not going to do this. I'm not. Cam, boy, shut up. There's a lot I can say about Cam. Child, at this point, Stephanie, we wish him, I don't wish him shit. Let me stop lying. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I don't know what Armand is going to do. I don't know what the boy they're not going to do. But we'll be here to watch it when it all comes. I don't know what they're not going to do. I don't know what that boy Armand going to do, but we will be here to cover it when it happens. Guaranteed we'll be here to cover it. We'll be here to cover it. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Y'all, it is cold. I can feel these floors. What is the temperature right now? My God. Hold on. Hold on, transport. Let me see how cold it is. I gotta turn this heater on. It is freezing on these floors. See what the current Atlanta temperature is. Oh no wonder it's 32 degrees. I knew you felt cold in here. Thank God I got on this cardigan. It is 32 degrees right now. My floors feel like ice right now. Okay, it is 32 degrees. I gotta turn this heater on, baby. It is freezing. Go through a football camp. Like Cam, it's 32 in Baltimore. I believe it. Oh, his style. I think he thinks his style is just really like he's eating it. No, you're not. And Ty, where does Denot get them pics from? Because they do not look how. Listen, I know. Denot gets his photos. I ain't got nothing to do with that job. Denot is Denot. I'm leaving it. We all do a little touching up on our photos now, y'all. All of us, we all do a little, a little photo finish on our photos. 27 in the shy. Harold was our brother Harold. He got the hell up out of there. I think he on his way to San Diego. 28 in Cleveland. Ooh, baby. Harold was over there in Chicago. He was like, I'm out. Y'all got this. Yeah. Any more 20s in the chat? Any more 20s? Baby, I'm about to turn this heater on. I don't even like heat, but I'm going to turn it on right now. Any more temperatures? Any more temperatures, y'all? It is 32 degrees in Atlanta. I don't know how I've adapted to this temperature like this so well. Go make another baby, Cam. Ooh, Jesus. And you know he can, let's be honest. And you know he will. But yeah, y'all go over there and check out 29 in Germany. Okay. Y'all go and check it out. I'm gonna put the link in the chat if you want to watch this bullshit. Our video earlier is up. Go check that out. That is the story about what's going on with that. I think we're good to go, everybody. Yeah, we're good to go. All right. 47 in Hayward, 23 in Tip City, Ohio. Regina, Spike, Dennis. Okay. Sounds like a gospel singer name. It is 23 in Tip City, Ohio. 44 in France, 50 in Dallas. 37 in Southwest Georgia. You right here with me. 25 in Roanoke. Woo, my goodness. Over in Roanoke, Virginia. And 47 of snow. Okay. 32 degrees in Tulsa. What's better, Cam and Juzzy or Delivered Gate? Child, I cannot. I can't do it. Somebody sending me a video. Hold on. I don't know what that is. Okay. All right, y'all. I was staying talk to y'all, but my feet I can't feel my feet, y'all. I wonder if polar bears are cold. I have no idea, y'all. I'm out of here. That's my cue, y'all. Have a wonderful day. 43 in Mobile. Let me get out of here, y'all. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful evening. We'll be live tomorrow with a check-in and Patreon, y'all. Thank Reese for coming up and having a really good conversation tonight. I'll see y'all soon. Let's see. Do we have anything smooth to get out of here on? I need something smooth. I'm trying to find something smooth. I guess this will have to work. Thank you, Sarah. Oops, I forgot. We need $28, everybody. $28. We need 3 people to give $10. Quickly as we exit, we need 3 people to give $10. Thank y'all so much. We ain't doing all that right now, baby.
fan blowing cold breeze on you.
Thank you, Kenneth, for $20.88. Thank you, Prophetess 8 for $10. The need has been met. Thank y'all.
I can't tell you really what it is, but you got it. Makeup in the morning, you got dresses in your closet, but you grab them tight, you in love with being modest. You a move body giving centrifuges. I'm just saying I'm amused, but you ain't even flexing.
Thank you, Bees on Mars, for $28. So y'all basically doubled what we needed. Thank y'all.
And you cool, tatted up, cover wounds, different vibe, you know improve, but you ain't even flexing. And you ain't gotta try too hard. Number one fan, your side, you applaud. Got me think about inside the moss. Words cut deep, it's like a sword. Making me better, you hotter than pepper, You with a big stepper who chasing a cheddar, All of these women, they not on your level, You like a mix of business and pleasure, You a move body giving centrifuges. I'm just saying I'm amused, but you ain't even flexing. And you cool, tatted up, cover wounds, different vibe, you know improve, but you ain't even flexing. 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 But you ain't even flexing.